Hello, my name is Shuttle. Welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3 as Finland. In previous episode, we started passing the colonial resettlement. We've of course been slowly increasing the economy. It's still not going like quite at line go up mentality here, but it's mostly trending upwards at least. We're building the paper mill hopefully soon enough, which is going to start reducing some of the costs, at least not necessarily fully, but at least some of our costs. And then let's actually have a look at the... Right, there's a whole lot of wood available. But I do want to have a bit of local wood production at least. Again, because there is a chance that at some point we might get our own market. So I want to not have to build everything from scratch once we get to that point. How much do we have money right now? We've got, oh, about $250,000. It's going to be good because we are going to need some of that. But right now, of course, we are kind of stuck as a subject of Russia. Not too much I can do about that, but we'll just need to wait for a nice sort of timing in here. Of course, if we have a look at the Russian relations, they got a good relation with a whole lot of nations right now. And there we go. Elections are in. Let's have a look at the government. I guess we could... I don't want to kick the armed forces out, though. So we'll actually just hold as is. Because armed forces is the only real thing supporting the colonial resettlement. Because the plan is to colonize a little bit in the Niger Delta, mostly so we can get a bit of agriculture going in there. We don't need to go too far in there, just, you know, get a little bit farming going in there, and then we can get... Oh, hey, there we go. We're on the last stage already. We're not a single... Well, I suppose we've had some bad rolls, I believe, from the checkpoints, but not too much. Oh, there we go. We've got the logging hub built over here. Now, it's not fully active yet. And partially that is because of the high price for tools, which is not ideal. Did we get the second... No, we don't have the trade center in here yet. And what's the private sector after that? Oh, they're building a railway. I mean, fair enough. Is there any engines available yet in the market? No. I don't think there's any steel available. Oh, there's a bit of coal now. No, there's no coal actually being used. Oh dear, disease outbreak. Capital. It's actually affecting quite a good chunk of our states over here. Everything except Olu. Huh. Well, tracks, I suppose. Oh, Benin is improving relations. So, how are we looking on the trade center over here right now? We're selling a lot of stuff. Actually, where are we selling? Oh, to a whole lot of nations, that's for sure. There's a lot of wood that we're selling in here. And we're using 19 out of the 30 capacity. So we've still got some capacity left over. So when are we getting that textile mill? Okay, so it's after the paper mill, there's the port, and then there's the textile mill. And where are we currently? Oh, right, it's... I guess we can put in the road maintenance down here in West Karelia right now, just to speed up the military shipyard slightly. I don't suppose there's a... Is there a whole lot of man of wars being built right now? There's a slight imbalance. We are exporting, or yeah, we're exporting some from our market. Not a whole lot though, but yeah, so I suppose the extra sell orders, yeah, I guess that's fine. But there's still some demand, nonetheless. We'll be, of course, getting our small arms factory over here as well, or industry in here, so we can start producing a bit of extras, quite frankly, because right now we don't have a whole lot, and I don't think we'll be able to afford too much right now. At least we're building up some gold reserves, and if we get lucky, we might actually get colonial. Oh, there we go. Colonial resettlement. And let's go ahead and immediately start establishing our colony. I will pay the 100,000 for that port. It will say that it's not part of the stuff quite yet. Oh, yeah, no, it's just they need to start hiring some people, and it'll be fine. Which they are now hiring, so it should, I guess, one more week. It'll be fine. So can we actually... Yeah, we can all rebuild some stuff in here. So the dye plantation, that's going to be very handy. Build one of those. The cotton plantation is going to be somewhat useful as well, actually. Well, we can start with the coffee, though. I suspect that could be useful. And maybe a sugar plantation as well for our food industries. And then maybe one tobacco plantation. I guess we'll go for 5... Actually, how much do we have in infrastructure? We've got 22. Okay, that's quite a bit. Could also get a millet farm, but I don't think that's... well, I suppose for the local food, that might not be a bad idea. So that's 5 agriculture already being used. How quickly are we getting this? Not very. It still counts as isolated, but I'm pretty sure that that should slowly be improving. Wait, hold on a minute. I guess we'll go and subsidize the port, first of all. We don't need to have access to the world port from here, do we? Of course, it does mean that there's a bit of lack of population here right now, so we've still got 7 weeks for this free government reform. Well, I'm pretty sure that there is a port now, so there should be market access. Not only world market access, but it should still have the Russian market, if I'm not mistaken. First of all, let's get an admiral. We'll get that from the armed forces. Aha! So now we can send this out, but is this actually going to be... Start hold on a minute. Escorting convoys, and I guess we'll go over there. I don't know if that's going to be actually opening up the stuff. Probably not. Could also be one of those cases that we need to save and reload to get the results, or to get the game to actually recognize the market access. So I'm going to do that real quick. Right, no, it's still complaining about the lack of market access. Oh, there we go. Now it's updated. Well, about time. So it's less of an issue. They still need to get some of the merchant... Actually, no, they produce merchant marine here. Okay, good. Oh boy, that's going to take a while. Well, the malaria is not helping the situation. I guess that's fair. But basically, we've got one small port in here. At least we've got a decent bit of population from just this small area, though. But the population is kind of dropping right now. Yeah, the pop growth is currently negative. I suppose there might still be some... it's a bit of starvation, but I'm pretty sure that now the market access is there, it should be getting slightly better. Well, I say that. But no, it's actually getting even worse right now. No, it's not severe starvation, but there's a mild starvation at least in here. But yeah, that is... Oh, empty pockets. Positive movement. You know what? I'll just get a bit more loyalist. That's alright. Not really a whole lot, but nonetheless. So we've still got standard of living 9.7 average. In recognition of accomplishment, I'm going to support the industrialists right now. Start reducing the landowner's power even further. And actually, we could try to pass another law, although I don't think there's going to be a whole lot that we really want to pass right now. We don't have a whole lot of things unlocked yet, is the thing. Foreign manifesto, peasant movement. I guess that's fine. I do actually wonder, what do they support? They want... Oh, homesteading. Now, that's going to be quite handy. We've still got the tenant farmers, which is not ideal. At least it's better than serfdom, but it's still not great. They're fine with the taxation as is. So I'm not opposed to that movement, quite frankly. It does probably mean that... oh yeah, rural folk are definitely in support of that. Not surprising. Ah, our liberty desire has gone down quite a bit. Now, it is still slowly increasing. I don't suppose we can really speaking reduce that a whole lot now, unless we can get some other nations that Russia hates to support our independence, which right now I don't think America really... Ah, no, we don't have a interest in theirs. Never mind. Can't do anything there. Yeah, that colonial growth is quite tiny. Lobbyist lecture in Helsingfors, or in Helsinki. So, intergroup political strength for landowners. We get more legitimacy, which is not bad. You know what, yeah, we'll just start reducing the landowners even further and further until they are irrelevant. We've still got 1.12 GDP per capita. Now, admittedly, we did increase the population by quite a large chunk by taking the initial port down here. Of course, getting the rest of that might take a whole lot of time. I suppose the malaria is still going to have an impact, especially since it's no non-homeland states. That's going to be a bit of a problem. Plus, I suppose we... Oh, actually, can we get another level for it? We could. I'm going to do that. Also, should be getting the paper mills in 16 weeks. Also, the military shipyard, that's going to take still some time, but that's alright. Getting that paper mill, though, that's going to be pretty good. Is there any sulfur available in the market yet? No, unfortunately not. No, of course, we got these vets right now. Well, the disease outbreak in here, which is probably not helping our total situation either. It's actually in... Yeah, the population is currently kind of diminishing. At least in some states. Other states, not necessarily quite as much, but yeah, and the capital is definitely going down right now. Which is not ideal. Right, how many years? We've still got 5 years of construction queue. Oh boy. But I'm glad about the paper mill though, that's going to be very useful. And very much needed as well, I will say. Right, Egypt is still fairly strong. Ethiopia has not united. A bit of stuff over here in Australia that still needs to be colonized. At least Hokkaido has been already colonized by Japan. There's of course Sakhalin that hasn't. At least for the time being. And of course America is pushing westward quite a bit. They of course do have Texas. Not the entire Texas yet, but they do have part of the Texas at least. And then Canada has not united into Canada quite yet. It's still the various companies and the regions. And of course, there's the Alaska company over here, which I suppose there's still a little bit more colonizing that they can do in here. I don't know if they are doing any colonizing, though. Not really, no. There's just got a section over there, and that's about it. I suppose they also haven't sold that to the Americans quite yet. I'm sure that that will eventually happen. Or might eventually happen. I don't know if it will happen. I reckon there's probably a good chance for it nonetheless. Oh, it looks like the iron price is going through the roof once more. Which probably does mean that our government dividends are going to have a bit more iron. Well, yeah, a little bit more iron mines there, but not quite as much. It looks like the disease outbreak is at least mostly over. And the distillation is still about 10 months away. And, oh, do you have a treaty with the Russians? No. We've got a good relation with them, I suppose. Can't require or request support from them. I do actually wonder, though, if we have a look at our information, especially for the power block, I suppose right now, well, yeah. We don't have a whole lot of power in there. I suppose we also can't see the influence of other blocks right now. I suppose since we are part of this block, it will probably be mostly the same at all times. Ah, there we go, the port is underway, we can... Oh, hold on. Which iron mine is being built? Oh, it's probably the Russians building an iron mine in here. Yeah, they are. Let me just double check. Oh yeah, Russia is building an iron mine. I mean, it will still provide us some cheaper iron in here, so I'm not going to complain too much, but it does also mean that the Russians are going to be holding a bit larger portion. Oh, we got a bit of liver desire again. I don't know how, why, or when. But I ain't gonna complain. I think we might want to get the nationalism actually researched not too far up either, so we'll do that up as well. We've still got a little bit of production stuff, then we'll get a little bit of infantry. Actually, how is our current army anyway? There's most line infantry. We could potentially upgrade the artillery, although I'm pretty sure the artillery is quite costly right now, but honestly, getting some better artillery probably won't hurt. Just for the heck of it, I'm not actually going to increase the speed that the Russians built their stuff. Oh, Washington Convention found. Alright then. Go and improve relations with the French again. Ah, no, I can't. Never mind. So I'm guessing the, yeah, the lobbyists, it's not too much that will be taking place in here. They got a lot of crap, though. But do we still have the disease outbreak in here? We do. At least 4 months ago. Oh, wow. That's been a pretty rough disease, that's for sure. Let's speed up a little bit while we wait for some of these to be built. Also still about half a year from the fractional distillation. There we go, so now they're building the railway. I guess we can now go and move the road maintenance down that way. Because we won't have any engines to really put in there, but getting that extra railway is probably not a bad idea nonetheless. Hey, General Star. Oh, wow, okay. So I guess I don't need to research that. What I can do, though, is I can go ahead and switch all the barracks to get the general training. Also, I suppose the power repairs for the naval base probably won't hurt. Also, for the textile mill, we probably want to use the dye workshop. Come to think of it. Righto. So that's now queued up. Is there still the iron mine, or did that get already built? No, that already got built. Okay. And the Russians, of course, own that. But I suppose it's going to reduce the price, at least locally. Honestly, a whole lot in general necessarily yet, but I'm sure that it's improving. They're not building anything else right now in our nation. Of course, our limited site is still going down a lot. We're still more and more economically dependent on the Russians. Unfortunately, I can't do too much about. Oh, petty quarters of petition government for National Guard. I suppose it's not the worst law to pass. What was it again? It's, revolution is a session progression speed, which might be good in Africa. Condition of the drought, flood, wildfire, and extreme winds impacts are going to be less, and we'll have a bit more conscripts available. There's going to be a bit of opposition from the intelligentsia, though, but honestly, I think I will take that for now. I think after that, we might want to also start increasing the army size a little bit. Get another artillery as well. That's going to be another 5 regiments, so we'll get up to 10. It's not going to be like a huge army, but at least we'll have 10 regiments or battalions. So it's a slight improvement. Of course, that's now 6 years of production or construction work, so it's going to take a while. Oh, they're building a railway in Ostrobothnia as well. Now, the problem, of course, is we don't have the motor industries yet. Now, we might be able to import some, I guess, from the global market. I do actually wonder. Are the engines listed in here at all yet? No. Or the world market, then. Oh, there's a little bit extra available. Okay. Central Archives. Oh, there we go. More taxation capacity. Home Affairs, Institution Investment, and that also gives us access to the better... Ah, right, yeah, the paper mill is fine there. I don't suppose the sulfite pulping... There's probably not going to be a whole lot available. Yeah, the sulfur is going to be basically jumping up very high. But I suppose we could still go ahead and use the administration building over here to use some more paper, but also get more bureaucracy. And taxation capacity. I guess we can also do it over here. It will have a bit of extra expenses associated with that, but at the same time, I guess that means that we can increase the law enforcement, for example. We don't really want to go too high up on that one, but at least we get the colonial affairs now to level 2, which should double the speed of colonization down here, which is still somewhere in the, I don't know, year 2000 maybe? But yeah, no, it's just the current speed is basically nothing is the problem. We're only producing like 0.5%. Oh, more gold discovered in Russia. Alright then. Hey, there we go. We're getting the textile mill now finally. Good. That will have a lot of use. So what did we actually build? We got the extra port over here, didn't we? We did indeed. So the merchant marine, we've got a decent bit available. Did we? Oh, water bait success. Did we build one over here already? Not yet, but we do have a trade center underway there. Yeah, it's a little bit further down the list. Because the construction costs are still quite high. Otherwise, we might actually start increasing the construction speed a bit further. Right now, I don't think that's going to be an option. But do we now have... no, we've only got 4 iron mines in here. Still need to get 1 more. At least. Of course, infrastructure is a bit of a problem down here. Are we... Right, we got the steel mill queued up. I suppose that's going to be later down the list. Well, it's not that much later down the list, actually. And the private sector building the railway, that's still going to take over a year, actually. So yeah, current situation is still not all that great. Oh. All the governments... right, okay. Russia's siding with Egypt. I'm guessing against the Ottomans. Yes. Okay. Well, luckily I'm exempt from that, so I can sit back and enjoy. And maybe provide a bit more stuff for the market, so we'll be hopefully less dependent on the Russians for the imports. Although economic reliance is... Oh, yeah, no, it actually went down slightly there. Well, no, it's fluctuating. Oh, defensive cooperation. Gonna start or join wars amongst power block members. Well, I wasn't going to declare war quite yet, anyway. We'll be getting the National Guard hopefully soon. Oh, yeah, there we go. It's already into consideration. So, stage 2 of the... progress over here. Wait, so I'm just going to double check. We are... we are technically speaking in the war. I'm not going to activate my troops, though. I'm just going to sit back home and enjoy the ride. And I do actually wonder, how is the... No, this hasn't still got any more progress here yet. I suppose it's... oh, yeah, yeah. So first, it's because of malaria, it's basically... Well, it's minus 90%. Oh. Or basically a multiplier of 0.1 in there, and then there's a 0.3 and 0.2, so it goes pretty far down of the 0.5% that we'd have otherwise. So we got the distillation. Actually, well, let's go and put that in here. Pattern steel, so that's going to use a bit of glass, but at the same time it's going to increase the amount of... it does reduce the groceries as well a little bit. The amount of liquor, though, it's going to be a massive increase. So that will be quite handy. It might not be massively profitable right now. We'll also go and... Actually, No, we'll probably keep this as is. Maybe we should get the... no, it won't be profitable, or more profitable right now, so we'll keep that there. We do have GDP of 2.3 million now, so that is slowly increasing. I'm building the... oh dear, Ottoman Empire is damaging relations. I mean, I understand why they're doing that, admittedly, but there's not much I can do about that, unfortunately. Oh, the French Republic. You are still... oh, right. You absolutely hate the Ottomans. At least we've got decent relations with the French, but yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to get support from them for independence anytime soon. We'll just have to wait and strike when the time's right. So we're technically speaking in the war. In practice, though, we're not going to do too much. I mean, we're protecting some of the convoys down here, but that's about it. Oh, and popular playwright. I'm going to get some more attraction for the armed forces, actually. I'm going to keep them at least somewhat sort of notable, even though landowners are probably going to be using a lot of, or losing a lot of their support over time. So how is the war going on right now? Oh, there's already some naval combats, I guess. And there's some battles down here in the... yeah, there's a decent bit of battles down here. I do like the fact that it's no longer just one battle along a massive front line. Because that used to be very, very annoying on against larger nations. Yeah, it looks like the Russians are actually pushing in right now. But it is going to be costly for them. And meanwhile, we can start providing more and more. Now, I do actually wonder, have we managed to reduce our... oh yeah, Liberty Site is still going down. I suppose, what was the additional agreement? I suppose there's a support regime and all that. Yeah, no, it's not looking too great for our Liberty Site right now. Which means that eventually they'll probably turn that into a puppet. Ooh, Russian speech captures the public. I guess we'll take the 15% boost there now, so it's about 49, almost 50% actually, to pass it, well, get to the last stage of the National Guard. To actually passing that law. Right, yeah, we're getting the law enforcement up a little bit. I don't think we necessarily need to go too far up on that list right now, though. Keep that as is. How is our trade center doing? Oh, there's not even a whole lot of workers over here right now. I suppose if there's not a whole lot of demand, kind of makes sense. We're currently importing some sugar, which we do need in here, admittedly, and then exporting some wood, but that's about it. And our colony over here is, well, it's already 2.24%. So, again, this is not going to be spreading anytime soon. We desperately need to get the quinine researched. So perhaps we'll queue that up after the nationalism. First of all, pharmaceuticals and then quinine. So that's going to allow us to ignore the effects of malaria, so we can actually start colonizing this area a lot faster. We're making a decent profit, though. Oh, there we go. Law progress ascent. Very nice, very nice. Oh, Kazakhstan left it. Okay. I don't suppose I can leave. No, because I'm technically speaking a subject. Yeah, I'm still a subject, so I can't leave, unfortunately. And I can't declare independence either. Oh well. We'll just have to live with it for now. So how's the war going on? Oh yeah, look, actually the Ottomans are doing alright against the Egyptians, but the Russians are definitely pushing in. And seemingly they are doing pretty good. There's still some naval battles down here, which I don't know who's actually... oh, right, it looks like the Russian fleet is actually doing pretty good in here. Oh, hold on a bit. Remove the road maintenance down there, and let's get that down here, so that should actually speed up the railway quite a bit. Also, it does mean that there's more infrastructure available in here, so it's not actually having the lack of market access right now. Well, the local market access. Is this actually still access? Technically speaking, I guess it does have market access. Ooh, Bessemer process. There we go. And law enforcement level 2. Right, so Bessemer process. That's going to be something that we'll be using at the steel mill over here. So that's going to require even more. Actually, it's more iron. Okay, so it's just going to be 30 coal that we'll need from somewhere. I'm going to assume that there is no coal yet in the market. No, I mean, we might be able to buy some from the international market, though. There's a few more weeks for the textile mill, and then... oh, after that, we'll get the arms industry. It's got within Church of Finland. Oh. You know what, we're going to start reducing the power of the church a tiny bit. I don't mind that one bit. Population is still only slowly increasing. How is actually our colony down here in Africa doing? I'm gonna assume... yeah, it's still losing population. There's still a bit of starvation in there. I suppose we haven't built anything there yet. Is there a devastation or like that? No, so we can still build at the max speed if need be. How should we actually go ahead and get the millet farm in there, like, after the arms industry, perhaps? We could actually just build it immediately right now, and then we'll... Can I... Oh, yeah, I can put the road maintenance in there. Good. So that way we can get this built just that tiny bit faster. We can get some local food production in there, so that's going to reduce, hopefully, some of the bad effects from that. I do actually wonder. So we've got the rye farm at Holland. They're having some shortage of workers. We could go for the harvest tools. There's not necessarily enough labor. Well, yeah, there's not enough laborers right now, but that might actually increase the throughput in here slightly. Could I get the soil enriching farming as well? Possibly. The fertilizer price might be going a little bit higher, but yeah, this is going to allow us to just get a little bit more in there. Oh, there we go. There's a national guard. And government petition completed. So Petit Bourgeois should be very happy with us right now. Yeah, the railway is now done. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, right, that's the Niger Delta's getting that farm, and then we're getting the railway in 3 weeks. That's the first railway that we'll have. We'll need to buy some stuff for that, mind you, but that's alright. We've got some capacity available in here. Oh, importing some more dyes? Alright then. I'm still exporting some wood. Okay, and how is the market looking in general? There's still a whole lot of demand for clothing. Admittedly, which we did get the textile mill recently. So that is... Oh yeah, it's actually quite profitable. How's the local balance in here? It's a little bit extra. Overall in the Russian market, not as much, but yeah, I think that is actually one of those things that will then reduce our reliance on the Russian market even further. Or the Russians for the market. Yeah, economic reliance, it's still 3.0. But I suppose the difference between GDP is not that bad anymore. I mean, it's still pretty bad, but it's getting more reasonable. We're still 1.2 from the unfilled buy order, so... Oh, right, they built the railway there, so now they're building it in Ostrobothnia. We can move the road maintenance down that way. Well, then they're building... Oh, right, so building railways all across the northern Finland. Well, central and northern Finland. And then we just need a few more weeks for that farm to be done, and then we can get the arms industry, which is then going to be another one of those that we might be able to make a little bit money, or at least, if nothing else, reduce some of the upkeep costs for our existing military. Which might not be a terrible idea. There you go, the millet farm is almost done. That should then fix some of the food issues that they have down there. Maybe not enough, but I'm sure that that's still better than nothing. Oh, there's so many unemployed in here. Oh. Well, that would do it, I suppose. Oh, I suppose, yeah, it counts these in there for already. Actually, I don't know, does it? No. They are still in here, but I suppose it's only got room for 30,000 workers, and we've got quite a bit in here. Could also get a fishing wharf, I suppose. Starvation of the population is still pretty rough. Oh, okay, the our block is getting smaller. I think at this point it's just Russia, Alaska, Bulgaria and us. But I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if I haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching, until next time, bye-bye.